Hello, hi, and welcome back to Chess with Lihle. And today, I would like to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day to the moms, to the single moms, to the married moms, to the momsy moms. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. And today, in this segment of Mother's Day, I would like to talk about things that my mom taught me that I feel are useful and important even to other people. Maybe your mom's told you, maybe, I don't know, but I'm just gonna share it. So let's go. So one of the greatest teachings or things that my mom told me is, first of all, subscribe. Yes, my mom told me you gotta subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's what my mom told me. Okay, first of all, one of the things that my mom told me is to never criticize something that you don't understand. I think she told me specifically because I'm very opinionated. I have so many ideas. I can condemn people. I can pass judgment so easily like that because of my analytical skills that I don't deserve, and may be judgmental at times. So she told me that do not criticize something that you don't understand. So in that way, it means if you have an opinion about something, find out more information so that your opinion or judgment that you're passing is more valid and inspired. So it forced me to be a person who is very interested in learning and finding out more. If you know me quite close, you will know that I'm very naive and myopic. Like, a lot of people don't believe this, but I am. So to compensate for being naive, I learn more so that I don't get to criticize something that I don't understand. So by the time I criticize something, I don't understand. Like, I know my space. I talk like this because I can back it up. That's what my mom told me. Number 2, my mom told me that do not marry someone who has a smaller world than you because they will burst. I was like, I'm not even married right now, but what I got from what she was saying, what she was talking about, she said that do not marry someone who is dependent on you. And that brings me to just the relationship aspect of things, that one of the important things that I feel like has been instrumental in my life, whether in friendships or other types of relationships, as leading to maybe the day when we don't know at this point because of COVID-19, like if people eventually do get married. But one of the things that she taught me is that the people that are around you, there's people who have a small world and there's people with a big world. If you're with people who have a small mind, small everything, the problem is it doesn't always work that how it's going to work is that they're gonna suck up the life out of you because they depend on you like you're their god or something. So it's important to have people that look up to you, but you also need to look up to them. Like, I feel like it's a point in relationships where there should be reciprocation, whatever English says. So where someone leans on you and you lean on each other, that type of thing. So that's one of the greatest lessons that my mom told me. And I've seen how in a situation where there was no mutual leaning on each other, where some people became leeches, and by some people I'm of course not speaking about me, and this is not pride, I'm just saying that sometimes you overly depend on people. So I try not to depend on people much, but sometimes it just happens, but I'm fixing myself, fixing my world and stuff like that. So number 2, what my mom told me, do not marry or be in relationships with people with a small world. You can know people and the thing is, a lot of us cannot differentiate between being in a relationship or in a friendship. Sometimes people are just acquaintances, sometimes that's not a relationship. You can know people who are better or lesser, but the moment you decide to have a meaningful relationship with people, they need to have that balance of that there's something that you can learn from them, there's something that you can get from them as well as they're getting from you, because it becomes a leeching situation. And number 3, fear the Lord, know the Lord. And one of the things that have been important for me is being in a relationship with God and knowing God. She didn't teach me go to church. No God, girl. No God, girl, that's not my God, girl. So she's told me to know God, and because of that reason, to me, it doesn't matter where I am geographically. It doesn't matter where I am in any space, in any moment, in any whatever is there, because I know that I am saved by grace and God loves me, and like I know God, like I know. So the power of knowing, basically, knowing God is important because there are some days that you're not gonna feel Him, but you just need to know that He's there. There's some days you're not gonna hear a voice from God. When people say, I was praying and I felt the physical, tangible presence of God. Girl, you are going to go maybe 20 years of your life without ever feeling the tangible presence of the Lord, of God. But you need to know God, like you just know. This I know with all my heart and all my soul, yeah. Move like that, So, and I feel like knowing Him makes it difficult for you not to be swayed. Like I did in a previous video. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube or it's on IG, but I did a video where I was talking about how one Pastor Shana came to Women at the World 2016, if I'm not mistaken, and she spoke about the power of knowing God. And she said that when she used to work for Barclays Bank in Zimbabwe, she worked in the finance department. Like they were told that, you know what, this is what money looks like. They never in one day told them about what what fake money is. They always told them about what genuine money is, so they knew all the good stuff. So eventually, if you know watermarks or the types of labels that are supposed to be in a legal tender note, you know that you could even feel money if money is not real. So knowing God makes it easy for you to dissect and get through things that are just not God. And lesson number 4. Lesson number 4 that I learned from my mom. She didn't tell me this, but one thing that I learned from my mom is diligence and persistence and standing strong. I know that it's easy for people to sway you from decision to decision. We generally as a family have been through the most, but one of the things that I learned from my mom is that diligence and persistence. There's something that she pursued and accomplished without the help of so-called friends or people connections, but because of her determination, and her motivation was always her children, which is us. So I'm grateful to my mom for that. And that told me there's sometimes when I want to give up on my dreams, like I just want to pack up and go, but I remember that there's someone who's been through worse, and she got through that worst time and stuff like that. And my mom got through her graduate school studies while she was married with 3 kids and a full-time job. That's hard. I cannot manage that with one job, no kids. I'm just saying. She's a superhero. She's a superwoman. I really appreciate her for that. And then now I want to talk about things that I wish moms wouldn't have to do. I've seen a great deal of videos about people talking about their moms, how great life's been, and the struggles that they face, blah blah blah. I personally feel like at some point this people who say we should do away with the single mom syndrome because the single mom syndrome proves that women can be better, but women don't need to. You know what? My issue with that point of view personally is that it assumes that people put themselves deliberately in those situations, which is not, because we would be in the same level if men could get pregnant, but they cannot. So that's why women end up having to become single moms and stuff like that. So because God said we shouldn't have sex before marriage, but people are, so we're in this mess we're in. But still, for me, that's not an excuse for anything. For me personally, I feel like we shouldn't be victim blaming. Whether they're victims or not victims, we shouldn't be blaming people for, oh, you're a single mom and then you want to prove that you can be a woman and do everything. Sometimes circumstances push people to be in those situations, but also governments have been influential in like putting a stop to some things, like you cannot have the certain amount of children because you need to take care of your children. If you cannot take care of children, we're going to take the children away from you, stuff like that. And a whole lot of things that I'm just thinking about, but I'm not going to talk about it because I don't think I have quite the credentials to talk about them. But then also I appreciate how my mom fought and raised us and did the most. But I just wish she couldn't have been that person to do that. I just wish she had more supports from life and everything else. And also, I just wish for women to, if I could change something, I don't know, maybe I could. I'm not gonna change anything, but I just wish people would have more options, would have more supports, because sometimes we look at it as like, you know, my mom wakes up at, you know, she has 3 jobs, she just takes care of us, we're just grateful for that. But the strain, like, it's so difficult, and I wish people would be relieved from that. And I see that people who are educated, like my mom, who still face maybe some of those challenges of struggling to balance life, work, or whatever, and imagine how the magnitude of that multiplies for people who have lesser options. Like right now, it's coronavirus, COVID-19, there's people that are not getting paid, who used to work in factories. They were not making much at all in the first place, and now it's worse. So my prayer or desire is that at some point somewhere in the world, before we get to heaven, we would have better options for women and mothers, because they do such a great job. And my job has taught me, girl, you're not ready to be a mom. Kids are too much. They most. But would I say I'm looking forward to being one? I don't know, but when the right opportunity presents itself, you know, you just gotta do it. So I really want to say that I appreciate my moms, because I have so many. I have so many moms. My biological mom and all the other moms around who scolded me, who yelled at me, who did what to me, but I grew up. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, mommies. All the moms, happy Mother's Day. I should do a song for you. I think I'm gonna record a song for moms. It's gonna be posted after this video. Thank you for watching. I hope that these lessons about what my mom taught me are gonna be useful for you in the rest of your life, in your future. And tell me what you think about them, because, you know, maybe we don't come from the same line of teachings and stuff. Bye.